It is darkest before the dawn. We've been told that. The hour before the sun rises, it is the darkest in the night. And why is that? Why is it that nature represents a version of itself like that? I like to think in life we have the goods, we have the bads, we have the ups, we have the downs. On a polarity scale, on a scale from left to right, from good to bad, from hot to cold, we have what we would say it as such. We would say that you could turn hot into cold, that you could turn bad into good, that you could turn quiet into loud. But you can't turn quiet into good, you can't turn good into cold, and you can't turn cold into loud. You have to go on a scale that actually makes sense, a scale that actually balances as such. So in situations where you feel down, in situations where you feel like you're not getting it, that you're not being the full version that you should be, in moments where you want to give up, in the moments where you truly desire to give up whatever you've claimed, take a minute to just reanalyze that it is darkest before the dawn, and that any negative situation that you do have could be turned into a positive one, that it could be transmuted into a better situation, into a better light, and that the moment that you are about to give up is the toughest moment. It is the toughest moment that you will face, other than beginning. Beginning is extremely hard too. It is extremely hard to begin in something that you might not be educated, that you might not feel that you are good at, that you might not want to capture by its throat. But it is even harder to continue going in that moment when you want to give up. In that moment where you feel like there is nothing going for you. That is the hardest moment. I face that too sometimes in my own life. I face moments where I want to give up, where I do not want to continue doing what I am doing, that I do not want to continue pushing. Especially on my runs, especially when I go for runs and I reach that 10th kilometer or that 12th kilometer or that 18th kilometer, and just to go that final stretch to 20. That final stretch to 20 is tough. It's extremely tough because it is you fighting yourself. It is you fighting your inner self on where your limits actually are. But I've heard from my running friends that once you push through that, it gets easier. That once you continue doing what you're doing, it gets easier. That once you fight your demons, once you fight your inner voice telling you that you can't do it, or that you won't do it, or that you don't have it in you to do it, it gets easier. And try it once. Take this negative situation that you have in your life and keep going. See what's going to happen. See that it's going to get better. That the universe is working to your favor. That it is tough. It is tough right now. But no matter what, it's going to get better. And it is getting better. And you continue going. You continue growing. You're going to see it. You're going to see that it gets better because you're going to get through it. I believe you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it nicely. And it's going to be better on the other side once you get through it. It's darkest before the dawn. Keep that. Remember that. Worship that. Live by such. Because such is true. I love you all.